Welcome back. Let's find out if we've got anything wrong so far. For that, we go to TV's Andy Levy. So, old boy, what say you?
Greg, as of this taping, it's been 40 hours since Best New Artist Grammy winner Esperanza Spalding has tweeted, "I'm a little worried. Bieber fans are notoriously monsters. Who knows what they may have done to her? So if you're out there, tweet once if you're okay, girl."
You care, Andy.
I do care.
You really care.
I'm a little worried.
You should be.
Yeah. Charlie Sheen. Robert, you said you could buy that Sheen can sustain this lifestyle because he's rich. And you're right, at least financially. But the fact that 2.5 Men has had to shut down taping and delay stuff kind of proves that he can't handle it as far as his work goes, right?
You have great eyes.
I love how you just realized where to look. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
I was watching you on the big monitor. I apologize.
No, it's all right.
You look like a good-looking Colin Quinn.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. You know,
Colin Quinn in the 80s.
I'm in a feud with Colin Quinn. I am.
Why?
Really?
But yeah. I talk about it often on the show.
Okay.
He has no idea.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to start a feud with Colin Quinn is what I'm trying to do.
You're a good-looking man. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you. And he is not, is he?
Not anymore.
All right.
But I can't speak either. Right here looks like the evolution of a good-looking man on this panel.
Wait, which way did it end up?
You, a good-looking dude is what you're saying.
Yes.
I'm not included in this.
Yeah.
You were the end.
Oh, I'm the end. Thank you.
You're the
Low
final product.
self-esteem.
So it's more of a curve than a... I think is what Robert was trying to say.
We're not even getting to the halftime, are we?
Okay.
I want to focus on the graph.
Yeah.
He does have stunning eyes, though. Let's move on.
Bill, how dare you say that Dr. Drew doesn't care about... I missed that. What was that?
I said you have stunning eyes. Let's move on.
Oh, okay. Bill, how dare you say that Dr. Drew doesn't care about Charlie? Dr. Drew is a great man who follows me on Twitter.
I wish Dr. Drew cared about the British version of Charlie, because how ironic would that be? And then he goes and does his episode. That's just what I wish.
I gotta tell you, Dr. Drew is a great guy.
He really is.
He really is.
Yeah. Please come back on the show, Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah.
I'm hot and cold, Doctor.
We won't have Bill on the show if you come back, Dr. Drew.
Yeah. How about that?
Terry, you said Sheen is a bit of a role model with his honesty. And Jedediah, you said, hey, if Sheen's going to destroy his body, that's what he's going to do. And you know what? I'd be fine with Sheen doing whatever the hell he wants to his body, except for one thing. He's got kids. He's got a bunch of little kids who are like 2 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old. He's being a dumbass. He needs to stop being a guy and start being a man.
I was kind of being facetious. I don't really think he's a role model.
But
No, I know.
You didn't really believe it.
but the flip side,
I think you were dead. I think you were dead serious, Terry.
the flip side of that is he ain't making any money in rehab, and those kids need to be
Right.
fed and clothed
Absolutely.
and what have you.
Yeah. And by the way, Andy,
But seriously, if he wants to spend his whole life partying and destroying his body, that's totally his business. But don't have kids.
But Andy, those kids are going to be so much better off than you are, or will ever hope to be.
Financially, but there's more to life than just money, Greg.
No, there isn't.
Someday I really hope you discover. I really do, because I feel sorry for you. You're a sad, pathetic little man.
Wow, this is like an intervention right now.
This is all getting weird.
Dr. Drew would watch this and be
By
proud
the way,
of
Greg,
you.
this isn't even a show. We're just doing this so that you don't know what's going on.
The cameras aren't on. This is all to get me here because of my greed.
Can we bring his family out?
Yeah.
Because of my
Uncle
greed.
Steve, what are you doing here? You touched me in '84.
I was going to say, Uncle Steve's the reason you are who you are.
Exactly.
Europeans may be done with multiculturalism. First of all, can we stop saying multiculturalism and just say radical Islamism?
There you go.
Well
Right on.
said.
Thank you. Nah, that's it. Terry, you said all these European leaders are saying that this whole thing was their fault, and they shouldn't say that because people brought their extremism with them, which is true. But what they did was they tolerated it, so they should take responsibility for it.
Well, yeah, they actually enabled it.
Yeah.
It's like giving Charlie Sheen drugs. He's going to do it.
Absolutely.
So-
Yeah.
Call back.
Where we going?
There we go.
Jedediah, you said that people who come to this country need to be Americans first. Why are you a racist?
You know, Andy, I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. I don't have a good answer for you. I'm not a racist, but it's true. I mean, you know, think about it.
So you deny being a
It's not
racist.
true that I'm a racist. It's
You
true
deny
that
being a
people
racist.
need
Do
to
you
be
deny being a
Americans
racist? Do you deny being a
Andy.
racist? I will cut your mic.
You know, Andy, Dr. Drew would not be happy with you right now and how you're behaving.
Dr. Drew, much like me, does not like racists.
It's very uncivil.
Yes,
That's all I'm saying.
Robert, why are the people who always talk about the importance of multiculturalism the most intolerant?
Baton Rouge.
That is correct.
Wow.
Good
That
day,
was a
sir.
trick one.
Hawaiian restaurant adding 15% gratuity to non-English speaking customers' bills. Greg, you said, quote, and now to Hawaii, that tiny island country where our illegal president was born.
Yes.
You have no proof that he was born there.
That is true.
Right.
He could be born.
He could be born almost anywhere, Greg.
Exactly.
We don't know. We just don't know.
Yeah. And I got nothing against the guy.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Nothing
Just,
against the guy.
you know,
Yeah.
where were you born,
Where
sir?
were you born?
Yep.
That's all I'm asking.
Yep.
That's all I'm asking.
You're just,
It's a
in
simple-
a weird way, you're just saying.
I'm
It's
just
a,
saying.
it's a simple question. You'd think it'd be a simple answer. That's
Hey, you know what, Andy? Be your own reporter. Be your own reporter,
that's
and
true.
we'll talk.
Also, Greg, you said the restaurant should just add 15% to everyone's bill, which is a good idea. The other thing they could do is actually print on the menu in Japanese, it is customary in the country of Hawaii to tip your server a minimum of 15%.
But then you'd be discriminating against those who are just Japanese, assuming that they wouldn't understand it, but other people would.
They
So
could also print it in English
in every language.
and pidgin or whatever it is they speak.
Make them pay.
Yeah,
On
put
the
it
other
on.
hand, next time I go to Hawaii, I'm totally saving money by pretending I'm Japanese.
Yeah, there you go.
Good work.
You have to get a passport, though, Andy, and that's a pain in the neck.
No, not really.
Really?
Just say hi a lot.
Okay.
I'm done.
Thank God for that. What a train wreck.
He was a little feisty tonight. I like
I
that.
like that. All right, so last week I told you how much I enjoy tickling the feet of truck drivers, and I do. But I also love charity, which is why I'm so angry over the latest bid for my piece of artwork. Now, if you remember, I raised over $7,500 in the last 2 weeks for wounded veterans. But last night I unveiled my new piece of art for bidding. Here it is, which is simply called David Gregory's Hair. So far, I've received one bid for $5 US, as Jerry Nix of Columbus, Georgia likes to point out, and adds that his bid is actually $4.98 more than it's actually worth. Oh, that's not
Well,
That's
that
not
was
right.
Come
This is a
on.
dirty, this is a travesty, people. $5 bid will not even pay for postage. So to sweeten the art, I will add an additional unicorn and sidekick Fluffy McNutter onto the same piece of art. I can't believe people don't like David Gregory's hair. So if I don't get a decent bid in, I will have no choice but to put my keys between my fingers and punch Bill in the face.
That's going to encourage him to.
Yeah. That looked like, I just realized that encourages people not to bid, Bill.
Let me proofread these.
Yes, I think you should. I
Write
think
them
you should.
down.
So, get your bid to Red Eye at foxnews.com to be considered. It's a great picture. It'll be framed and signed, and it goes to Wounded Warriors Project, which helps injured vets, I think.
Otherwise, you ruin this warrior.
Yes.
And as you know, my nickname in the office is Warrior.
Yes, you are. All right, to the Greg Log, it's a chokehold of wisdom and a ring of ridiculousness. So as I write this, the whole Egypt thing seems to have cooled down a bit. We've been told that temporarily the military will take over. And then there's the Muslim Brotherhood who swear on their sexy camels they aren't interested in seeking power. I don't know. Here's the way I look at this, which is based on my own granddad bank robber theory. The theory is this. If you read about some dude robbing a bank, you figure he should be caught and punished. But if the story mentions that the dude is a grandfather, reporters will focus on that. Suddenly, there's something charming about a gun-toting thug who smells like toffee and polygrip. He probably drinks Ovaltine. That's where the Muslim Brotherhood comes in. It's being considered by our own press as having a role in Egypt's future just because it's been part of its past for so long. Because, as you know, as something ages, no matter how bad it is, it always gains respect. Except for strippers, this is the norm. Now, never mind that the Brotherhood may want to crush us. According to documents from the Holy Land Foundation terrorism financing trial, the Brotherhood wanted to replace our government with Sharia law in a delightful civilization jihadist process. That's from 1991, which is ages ago. Friends hadn't even started. So maybe it's not so scary. Who cares if they called their work in America, quote, a grand jihad in eliminating and destroying the Western civilization from within? Don't worry, people change. In 91, I was wearing plaid and listening to Soundgarden. But then the hormone therapy kicked in, and now look at me. And if you disagree with me, then you, sir, are a racist. You. Jedediah, do you trust that the Muslim Brotherhood is making positive overtures sometimes that we're on the road to a happy democracy?
No, I don't trust the Muslim Brotherhood. Very, very dangerous group. 80-year history in Egypt, anti-American, anti-Israel. Very, very, very dangerous overall. They actually applied today to be an official political party in Egypt, and that is very bad news for the United States and for Israel and for the rest of the world. So,
Robert, what about you? What's your take on the Muslim Brotherhood? Scary name.
It's a very scary name. But it's, what are they, 30% of...
But very well organized.
Right, yeah. I mean, I think what we need to do right now, while we have the chance, is start throwing some Chick-fil-A's, throwing some Xboxes.
Yes.
Getting these people into the stuff that we do as Americans.
Very good.
So they can be fat, lazy Americans like us, and then they're not going to want to actually hurt us.
Airdrop crates of AC/DC.
Well, here's the great thing about
AC/DC.
Xboxes. Get a box. You write X on it. You throw it down there. They're not going to know the difference. It's cheap, Greg. They've got nothing to compare it with. We save the military a lot of money. Budget cuts.
You're just talking about a box with an X on it, Bill.
Yes. Hey, if they think it's popular in America, they will play
Oh,
with
so they're
it.
going to open up and go, this is the greatest game I've ever had?
Yes. No, Greg, before that, they neither a box nor a box with an X on it. Upgrade.
You are an awful man.
You just put a deck of cards.
You're welcome.
Deck of cards.
Deck of cards in.
It's
Yes.
an Xbox and you have a deck of cards and
You
you go,
could throw some silly putty in there. Hours of fun.
last word, Terry.
I follow that.
You're a military guy.
Yeah, man.
You've studied this stuff. What do you how do you
Look,
feel?
these
It's
guys-
too soon to celebrate.
No, these guys killed they killed Anwar Sadat.
Yeah.
Because he was not blowing up Egypt.
Yeah.
So I think I'm totally with
You mean
Jedediah.
Israel?
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Yes.
Israel. So and again, I think it's very scary that you see the signs over in Egypt with pictures of Mubarak. One of the first thing, and no one was talking about it initially, Stars of David printed all over them. That's not because they like Israel. And who's going to trust the Muslim Brotherhood? I mean, I just, again,
Well, our
wake up.
president won't condemn them, so
All right.
you have to
Well, he
wonder.
can't condemn them, though, because he's going to have to work with them one way or the other.
I gotta-
He
Both
has to
sides of
condemn
the aisle agree with that.
I gotta move on. Coming up, Jennifer Aniston is dead. Set against being in a good movie ever. But first, what will the latest Bin Laden tape reveal? You'll have to stick around to find out. This tease is courtesy of mailingitin.org. For most people, the organization known as Media Matters remains a mystery. A group funded largely by George Soros, they claim their job is to uncover media bias. But over the years, it's mutated into an organ whose sole purpose is to angrily target Fox News with all sorts of accusations. And it's led many of us to wonder, what really goes on there? Well, in a Red Eye exclusive, we're about to meet an actual Media Matters employee. For his own safety, we have protected his identity. So for the purposes of this interview, I'm going to call you Eric. Eric, how did you get involved in Media Matters?
Well, I answered an ad on Craigslist.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it sounded kind of interesting, the ad. They said they were looking for a media fellow. It sounded important, like I would get a nameplate or something, but I didn't know what it really was until I actually got there.
What do you mean?
Well, it's horrible. I mean, all we do is sit and watch Fox News and make up stuff about Fox News. It's the saddest place I've ever seen in my life. I think about it, I want to throw up.
So what's a typical day like?
Well, I get to work, take off my clothes, and they strap me into a chair in front of a TV with FNC on. They keep my eyelids propped open like a clockwork orange, and I just sit there and type all day.
Why do you take off your clothes?
It makes it easier to use the bucket.
The bucket?
Well, we were told that we cannot afford to miss anything on Fox News, so, when nature calls, that's what the bucket is for.
What does your wife or girlfriend or significant other think of this?
That's funny. I haven't seen a real human in months. If you see her, please tell my mother I love her.
Let's try to stick to the questions here. What exactly do you do at Media Matters?
Well, my role was to watch Beck, but sometimes Beck would be preempted by breaking news, and that would really be scary.
Why?
Well, if there was no Beck, George Soros would come down and demand that we make it up. I would watch the Flintstones and transcribe Fred Flintstone's words and attribute them to Beck. It was the only way to get Soros to stop hitting me.
He hits you.
Well, sometimes he carries around a sock filled with hotel soaps. He calls it his soapy friend.
What angers him most?
When he sees Megyn Kelly, he writes to her a lot. She doesn't write him back. Some of us think our entire mission is based on the fact that she won't meet him for coffee. He bought her a pony once.
He bought her a pony?
Yes. When she refused to accept it, he built a rocket, put the pony in the rocket, and shot it into space.
That is crazy. So what's the workplace like?
Did you ever see Star Wars?
Of course I did.
It's like the Star Wars bar. There's not a lot of good-looking people there, Greg. It's actually kind of sad and lonely here. What unites us is our hatred for Fox News and various skin disorders.
Why do you all hate Fox News so much?
Because it's not fair. In the good old days, everyone in the media agreed on everything, and the people who didn't kept their mouth shut the way it should be. But thanks to Fox, people now get to hear different points of view, and that's dangerous. We just want things to go back the way they used to be when the smart people like us could tell the rest of the country what was good for them.
But doesn't it get old?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's only so much taking words out of context I can do. We're told to cut up quotes and call anyone a racist who likes phrases like black market or brown shirt. Quite frankly, I'm ready to pack it in, Greg.
Eric, you can't be that down.
I went home for Christmas, Greg, and all my friends had real jobs. When I told them I worked for Media Matters, they were like, "What's that?" I told them what my job was. They all felt sorry for me. And my old college roommate does charity work in Africa. When he found out that what I did, he punched me in the face and stole my wallet. My dad wants me to see a doctor, but Soros says my dad is a plant.
I'm really sorry, Eric.
Please, you need to do me a favor. Can you tell my family where I am? I will do anything to get out of here. Please.
Well, Eric, I'm sorry, but we're out of time.
Please.
I wish I could. We got to move on. Thanks, Eric, from Media Matters. It's time to take a break, and then more stuff when we come back. So you may recall that a few weeks ago we showed you a mysterious video about Osama bin Laden that recently surfaced on the internet. The video's main idea, that even Osama's biggest supporters are wondering why he's been missing for so long. Well, today a second video surfaced, and it gives even further insight into his reclusiveness.
The news has spread fast across the mountains of Pakistan. What was now rumor is being confirmed as fact. Osama bin Laden has taken on a homosexual lover.
Before, he was usually indiscriminate about his male partners, but then he met Ahmed, the herder. Things changed. They are inseparable.
While Osama bin Laden's homosexuality has only existed in whispers, it's now being debated loudly among members of both the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. What angers them most? That homosexuality is considered a sin punishable by death. Yet their leader violates this law while demanding his followers don't.
I am willing to give my life for the cause. While he runs off with Ahmed in the bushes, there are other things he could do than pleasure himself.
The remaining question, when will bin Laden admit he is gay and come out of the cave? Or will he continue to hide his true sexuality in a veil of shame and hypocrisy?
He really loves Ahmed. They share a modest cave that they decorated themselves, and they play one-on-one volleyball. It's absolutely disgusting.
Some say it's just a matter of time before Al-Qaeda turns on him over his gay transgressions. Others say he may just marry again to hide his perverted passions.
He doesn't hide his love for male flesh as much as he used to. We found a movie in his cave, a Western film about bronco riding, but there were no horses, just muscular men in pants with holes in the back.
That is pretty disturbing stuff. What do you think of that?
You know,
you've been in that area.
Someone whose job is to go over there. That's actually better than a weapon system, a new weapon system, because that's damage control for those guys now.
Yeah,
And that'll actually make them really be scrambling. To see that on video, that's definitely got to make them scramble.
Especially with their intolerant beliefs, this has got to rock them to the very core.
Yes, that's not a comfortable thing for them to see.
All right, well, I think it's time to move on then.
I think we shall.
Okay, let's do it. All right, you know what we're going to do right now, people? We're going to close things out. And you know who we're going to do it with? Andy Levy.
No.
It's called the Post-Game Wrap-Up. And to see clips of recent shows, go to foxnews.com/redeye. There I am looking awesome. Catch me later this morning on Imus in the Morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time on the Fox Business Network. Back to TV's Andy Levy for the post-game wrap-up.
Thanks. Hey, Terry, what you got going on this weekend?
Aaron Lewis concert Sunday night, Westbury. He is a patriot and just a bad dude. He's an awesome guy.
Okay.
That's all I had to say.
All right. Jedediah, what you got on Thursday?
I am covering an event. Sarah Palin will be speaking to the business community at the Long Island Association. Hoping to see some good free market stuff coming.
Is it out on Long Island?
Yeah, it's on Long Island.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert, you have your own iPhone app?
I do have my own iPhone app. It's on iTunes. It's Robert Kelly at 99 cents, and all the proceeds go to me because I want to buy a fur coat.
I will buy 4. Excellent.
I'm going to buy 20 of your apps.
Yeah.
Even though I only need 1. All right, we got to go. Andy, go away. Jedediah, a pleasure. Bill, you suck. Robert, awesome. Terry, see you later. I'm Greg. Bye-bye.